And good morning. Here we are, once again, down at Little Amps with music and people in the background. Yes. Boy, where to start this morning? Yes. One of the hazards of posting in public, recording in public, I'm not posting anything yet. I have gotten by on 3.5 hours of sleep. I went to bed about 10 after 3 last night. That's probably around the time I fell asleep, was right around 10 after 3. So I'm down here, have my coffee. Yeah, coffee. And I may actually go with 2 cups of coffee today because I need some super caffeination. Because I have 2 mermaid scenes and I have stuff I need to write in the novel. I did not write last night. What I did do, the reason I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning was I binged the entire, almost 10 hours of Sense8 Season 2 last night. I started around 5:30, finished around 3 in the morning. I actually took about a 20-minute to a half-hour break in the middle so I could, use the bathroom and stuff like that. Yeah, I went through the entire series, which I'm glad I did because they left you hanging just enough on every episode that you had to go, okay, what happens next? It was excellent. There's an article I've been promising for about a month now, actually, on what I see as my favorite science fiction movies, TV shows, and even scenes out of individual episodes, and even scenes out of individual episodes if I can remember them. And I actually promised Rachel I'd write this like last month, and wow, a writer who missed the deadline. That's never happened in the history of writing. So I should put that, and Sense8's going to be right up there at the top of series for television, best series for television. It really will be. And the way they left the last episode, if Netflix, I'm putting you on notice right now, Netflix, I am. If you do not renew it for a 3rd season, I don't care if it's the last season, you have to renew it for a 3rd season. Let them finish the story. If you don't, we riot. I swear to God. Because the way they left it, there is no way in hell Netflix could go, oh, we're not going to pick it up for season 3 now. I just don't see that. The question now will be, do we have to wait until August 8th, which is the birth date of all the Sense8s in Sense8, to see if they're going to renew it, because that's what they actually did in 2015. Netflix waited until August the 8th, 2015 to announce it was being renewed. And it also means that if they do renew it, we're probably not going to see season 3 until 2019, simply because they were all over the world. In fact, they added new locations this time around for filming. So, geez. Yeah, there were a lot of things. It was just an incredible show. I love that show. And if I could ever jump into a series and defend someone's honor, it would be Nomi. I would beat her mother half to death. That dead-naming bitch. I swear to God, I would wail on her mom. when I do my TV recaps, I call her a lot more than a bitch. Because she deserves it. There's Kate. She just walked in. I have my Mermaid Story to do. I have 2 scenes to do today, one for May 5th and one for today. I want to get those knocked out and out of the way. I figure that's going to take some time. Then I want to work on the novel. As you may have read, the Phoenix has shown up in the current scene that I'm excerpting. The next scene that I'm actually in, the scene that I'm working on, this boob keeps riding higher for some reason. I don't know why. The next scene that I'm working on, she is actually speaking with the kids, and you'll see why when I do the excerpt tomorrow. You'll see what's happened. But she's actually talking to the kids right now. Yeah, she is. They're in the astral realm, having a chat. With an old and powerful and somewhat trickster-like spirit. She is. She's kind of a pain in the ass. Sorry about that. She is kind of a pain in the ass when you think about it. You know. And that will get answered. That's going to be one of the questions is like, why do you put us through all this shit when we come in for our ENAs? And she actually will answer that question. This is an opportunity to actually delve in a little bit to the Phoenix's background. Very little. But there will be a major revelation during the discussion. In fact, I had actually ended that scene the last time where a question came up as to something she actually said, and Annie replied to it. So it's a major revelation for the Phoenix. You're never going to learn everything about her. Like I said the other day in one of my blog posts, I know her real name. I've got it written down. It is highly unlikely that I will ever state it. Except, maybe when I'm completely done writing the series and I write a story about the Phoenix herself, I will actually mention her name. But yes, I do know her name. I know she does have a real name. So when they refer to her as the Phoenix, that's because she refers to herself as the Phoenix. She doesn't refer to herself by her real name. She's a bit of a drama queen. What are you gonna say? You're gonna tell her she can't be, yeah, and she's gonna make the kids uncomfortable because, again, that's what she does. She's a pain in the ass. You just can't tell some old, powerful entity like that, stop acting like an asshole. Sorry, that's their job. Seriously, you can't stop that. So, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then the chapter after this, once I finish up this scene, and this scene's probably going to run longer than I'm anticipating, because there's going to be some major crap actually go down in the scene I'm working on right now. I started thinking it out, and the more I thought about it, I was like, holy God, yeah, I'm going to be exposing some stuff here that is things we haven't really touched on that much. And one of them is a new revelation, as a matter of fact. And then the chapter after that, believe it or not, remember in the last novel how Annie called Lisa out and ended up having to fight her champion and she kicked his ass? Next chapter is Kari getting his own judgment match. Yes, Kari is going to be involved in a judgment match. And it's going to be interesting to watch the combination of how the two work, how they fight. You know, we know that Annie used her flight gift as kind of a sucker punch to get a little bit of an advantage on her opponent. But again, she just wailed the shit out of him. It didn't matter, you know, she just went merciless on her. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kari fights. There was something that was once said that Annie tended to fight with ribbons and stuff like that, and Kari tended to go with clubs and laser swords, you know, or energy swords. And I said that was a difference in between what they call soft and hard styles of fighting. The only thing is, when Annie got into her judgment match, there was nothing soft about it, because she was fighting at distance. She actually used magic the entire time to defeat her opponent. So her style can actually be defined as hard. She was using magic. She never got within striking distance of her opponent, so she never got a chance to use martial arts. Kali was not employed. And so it's going to be interesting to see if Kari employs, you know, something similar, or if he's actually going to go and get toe-to-toe with someone. We'll see. Their styles are very open, particularly with Kali, because Kali can be both a hard and soft style. It can be very aggressive, very attack-laden, which makes it a hard style, where you're using a lot of strikes and blows and even kicks, and it's also primarily, above everything else, it's a weapons-based martial arts. As I had Rennie point out to me, because she's from the Philippines, and so she knows a little bit about Kali, and I had actually read this, but, you know, we discussed it. Kali is the one martial art in the world where they teach you weapons first. It is a weapons-based martial arts, and then you learn the empty hand movements, which essentially are the weapons movements without weapons. And the reason they do this is you get all the weapons training drilled into you. And so when you go to empty hand, when you're not having a weapon, the movements that you're doing are essentially the same movements. They're working off of muscle memory. So your strikes, your blocks, your sweeps, your kicks, they're all the same stuff that you would use if you were employing weapons. You know, it's an interesting martial arts. It's one that I actually love. When I started reading about it, I actually love the whole concept of Kali, how it worked. The only other martial arts I can think of that comes close to that is Aikido. Aikido and Hapkido. And Hapkido is actually, I believe, the weapons component part of Aikido. So you actually learn Aikido first, and then you go to Hapkido to learn how to use the weapons. Whereas with Kali, it's like, here's your batons, start pounding the hell out of somebody. And let's not forget that Kali was used to kill off a significant portion of Ferdinand Magellan's crew, including Ferdinand Magellan. Several of his crew members were beaten to death with batons, which Kari employed with great zeal against some of those homunculus. And Ferdinand Magellan himself was stabbed in the face with the same sword that Annie used to decapitate two homunculus and sever the arm from a third before she just, you know, sunk, I believe she sunk it in its forehead. Doing those cool martial art moves where she just flipped it and spun around and cut the thing's head off. Oh, you gotta love that. So, yes, next chapter, Kari gets called out. Kari has to go and fight in the mat. And then after that, what do I have after that? After that, there are 3 chapters. Samhain Morning, Samhain Racing, and Samhain Dancing. And those 3 chapters have to do with, let me guess. I think based upon the chapter titles, it has to do with Samhain. But yes, you're going to get to see, this is where Annie's parents are going to come in. Not only will you get to meet Annie's parents again, and it will be her mother and father. They are coming to watch their daughter's boyfriend. Right, actually they're coming to visit Annie, but they are going to stay for the races. And of course they know that Kari races, so they are kind of staying for their daughter's boyfriend to watch him race. So there's no pressure, Kari, none whatsoever. Considering your future father-in-law was actually an individual champion one year. Yeah. And Victor actually was, I believe, the last Cyrano's champion. He was the last person to actually be the champion of Cyrano's, to hold that title. So, will Kari ever get that title? We'll see. We'll see. Kari right now is content finishing in the top 5. He loves those podium finishes, but is he going to like win several championships? Probably not. Will he win a championship? Maybe. He's more concerned with just doing well. You know, he loves racing, but it's not an all-consuming desire for him, even though he is damn good at it. He's not like Riv or Nadine, who actually do both kind of live for racing, so. And yes, that first chapter, Samhain Morning, we'll get to see Annie's birthday present. And some of you have probably ventured guesses at what Annie got for her birthday. You can keep guessing, but you'll find out in time. It'll pop up. I'm checking my phone here. Pay no attention to me. There we go. Yeah, but you'll get to see Annie's birthday present. Yeah. That girl, she is so lucky to have that boy who likes to buy her things. He tends to buy her jewelry, so, you know, it's, well, he bought her a book, but he also tends to buy her jewelry. She's got a charm bracelet now that has 2 charms, A and B in it, and next year it will have C. And, you know, earrings, and her little necklace that she wears all the time. So Annie's becoming a regular rambling. She's got that charm bracelet on all the time. She's got that charm bracelet all the time. I'm being texted. She's got the charm bracelet on all the time, and she wears her necklace all the time. So, will she be wearing her sapphire earrings to the race? Maybe. You never know. Maybe she wants to show them off. I'm sure she's worn them to dinner a couple of times with Mommy and Daddy. or Mama and Papa. Yeah, she probably has. So, yeah, it's been kind of a rough going for me in terms of writing because my mental state the last couple of months has not been that good. It's kind of shown. There are a lot of times when I just come home and I don't feel like doing anything. And lately I've been feeling like, okay, let's get back into the swing. And I had that happen Thursday night because I wasn't going to do any writing. It was late. I had already written, the stuff for my Mermaid Story, which some of you are probably going, why are you writing stuff for that Mermaid Story? Because I said I would. Why are you writing about mermaids? Because I can. It was late. It was actually like about 9:45 at night, and I said, you know what? I know I'm not going to write Friday night, so I don't want to go like 3 days in a row again not writing. So let me sit down and do this. And in like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, I had 550 words written. And it came out actually pretty easily. I was kind of impressed. I went to bed feeling kind of satisfied as well. That's the interesting thing about it, is that, sorry, I'm answering shit on my phone. That's kind of the interesting thing about it was when I can get myself in the position to write, it usually goes pretty quick. There's morons out here who don't know how to drive. I love sitting here on the corner and watching these idiots. But that's the thing, it's usually trying to get up to the point to actually write. Once I start writing, it's not really that bad. It really isn't. I'm kind of curious. I think it's just the mental state of getting yourself pumped to actually want to work. That's really what it comes down to. It's not that I don't want to write. Once I start writing, I write. It's the work concept behind it of gearing myself up to actually want to write. Because it is a job. And you're going to be taking an hour out of your life to do it. But just really get going on it. So I'm hoping, I keep saying I'm hoping, but with the summer coming, I'm scaling back some of the things I've been doing. There's still like protests and everything going on, but I need more time for myself. So I'm actually going to scale back some of the things. Says the writer who's about to start publishing, who is working on a novel, doing daily scenes for a Mermaid Story because of some May thing that creative artists are doing, and now we'll start working on, not only am I working on some television recaps for one TV show, I'll be doing them for Sense8 here real quick. So, I don't have enough work in my life. Actually, I'll probably hand off, I had told Rachel, I'll probably hand off iZombie to her, simply because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it and Sense8 and then fall right into both Orphan Black and Fear the Walking Dead. It's just going to be a brutal summer in terms of recapping. It's going to be a brutal summer because in order to get Sense8 out of the way, I'm going to be doing like 2 recaps a week, and when I did them for season 1, those recaps tended to run about 3,000 to 4,000 words. I was very wordy, and it's simply because that show is just insane. And then I'm going to go right into both Orphan Black and Fear the Walking Dead, starting about the same time. So they're both going to be, 10. Well, Orphan Black is 10 weeks long. Fear the Walking Dead will be like 8. 7 or 8, probably 7, I think they're there. And, holy Christ, I'll be doing both of those simultaneously. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like like I said, I don't have enough to do. Besides working on my novel, I don't have enough to do. Like, you know, I just don't. Girls' work is never done. I know. So, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at today. Well, actually, where I'm at today is the coffee shop. And then later, I'll be right down there, down the street, by the Capitol building, protesting. What was I doing last Saturday? Protesting. What am I going to be doing this Saturday? Protesting. I need a break from protesting. But 5 weeks from today, I will be in Washington, D.C. Not 5 weeks from today, actually 5 weeks from tomorrow, I believe, I will be in Washington, D.C. for the National Pride March, which is going to be insane. So, yeah, Pride. It'll be my first Pride March. I'm going to be like Nomi Marks. And actually, that's one of my plans, is to Facebook Live myself from around Pride, actually doing her speech that she does in the episode 2 of season 1. I Am Also a We, where she talks about why she never did Pride up until that particular day. Which probably wasn't a good idea because it ended up almost getting her lobotomized. So I'm hoping that by going to DC Pride, I do not get lobotomized by a secret organization. That would suck. I don't think I will. I don't think they're coming after me. I don't have any special gifts. I'm not tied mentally into other people around the world. So I don't think I have anything to fear. And I definitely do not look as good as Jamie Clayton. Oh God, I wish she was my girlfriend. I do. I love her. She is so nice. Of course, that's just the actress, but still, it's like, know me. I wish you were mine. I know, you're not supposed to fall in love with fictional characters, and everybody does. And Nomi would be like, oh God, I would love to hold you. So Jamie Clayton, if you're watching, I'm not going to stalk you, I promise, but seriously, I would love to meet you once. And I believe you live in New York, so we could, you know, it's not that far. I could roll into Penn Station, and we could meet for dinner. I mean, lunch. Dinner's kind of creepy. Lunch would be better, so. Okay, well, I'm going to let you go. This has been fun, and I will see you around the vlogs, okay? Don't go changing to try and please me.